Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Star Wars The Bad Batch. This is Season 1, Episode 13, titled Infested. Dare we venture a guess?
No snappy comebacks on that word. No, I don't have a clue where that's going to take us.
Yeah.
Last time they focused on Crosshair was allowed to hunt them down, so
yeah, in the
I
end,
expect some of that. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, he asked for permission to hunt down the Bad Batch, and Rampart said permission granted. So instead of just bumping into them here and there, he's gonna actively hunt them this time around. So yeah, makes a lot of sense. And we had that nice little 2-episode arc with Ryloth, the Syndulla family. We got to see Hera again and Chopper. That was really nice, and getting some insights into some stuff that's gonna have some sort of payoff later, I guess you could say, in Rebels, although we've already seen that, but just chronologically.
Yeah, and there's only 4 episodes left, so we're on the last leg of it, I think. So
yeah, exactly.
I think they're gonna work up towards something in the last or the second last episode during these two. So it might be one long arc. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what they get into here in and what's gonna be infested. If it's infested with bugs, Imperials, yeah,
Rebels. Yeah,
exactly.
Depends on where you're looking from. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It depends on the point of view, as Obi-Wan would say. So, are you ready to jump into it?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Let's go.
She failed to mention the drop zone will be swarming with gun dogs.
It is not the first time she has left out key details.
So they are still running missions for Sid.
Apparently. Oh. Usa Ayusa.
We don't know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
They are infested with
whatever.
Those guys.
Yeah. The bar got infested. Oh, the Pykes.
It's rude to barge into one's office unannounced.
Oh.
This isn't your
what
office.
The hell?
Sid's out.
Huh?
This parlor and Ord Mantell are now my territory.
We're getting off Ord Mantell.
It is a plausible assumption that Sid was either forced out or taken out.
Will we have to find her and help her?
Nice to see one of you care. Inside, now.
There she is. And those two.
Don't forget how good I've been at keeping secrets.
I believe she's threatening us.
You're quick.
Yeah. When we needed help, we came to Sid, remember?
When the Pykes come to collect, Roland won't be able to pay, and he'll be their problem.
Secret back door kind of deal.
Yep. Ord Mantell's old mining tunnels.
Ah.
These rails run underneath the city.
Well, why don't we just walk in there and take it?
Roland is one thing, but the Pykes aren't an enemy you want to make.
Last we saw all those crime syndicates, they were kind of like a lot of them were working for one person.
Yeah.
Maul. Gonna see him.
That is one direction it could take.
When we pass through those doors, not a peep out of anyone. We don't want to wake the hive.
The what?
The what?
The caverns have a slight infestation problem.
There it is. So it was actually insects.
What was that?
Fool of a took.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
And stop dropping things.
Yep.
Without eyes on the office, how do we know Roland is not inside?
I've got that covered.
Gonna abduct his pet.
Ruby?
These two guys, they're actually being useful instead of just hanging around and hanging around.
6 crates of spice confirmed.
Hand it over.
6 crates? How are you gonna...
Wrecker.
Yeah.
Where is she?
We looked everywhere. Can't find her.
Keep looking.
You didn't look everywhere, did you?
Give it 1 minute. Okay, new plan. You coward!
Useful, but clumsy.
At a time, boys. Get the last 2 crates.
I'll seal the door.
Don't worry, we'll catch those 2 and kill them. Yes, we will.
Bloodthirsty.
The spice. It's gone!
Why do you think the door was locked?
Found them.
Well, these guys are gonna get eaten by some bugs, aren't they?
Most likely.
I said no plaster pipe.
Tell that to them.
Nice move.
If those laser brains woke the hive, we're all dead.
I think they did. Huh.
Power up the engine.
You can fly. Nope. Damn. They're pretty big as well.
Not the spice.
But they're taking the spice? Oh, I lost it anyway.
Damn. Well done.
Well, at least we got rid of the spice, right?
Well, that was the plan, though. So
True.
Tell me where Sid took my spice.
We don't know. She didn't say.
Get them out of here!
Where is our payment?
Uh-oh.
I suggest you go back to Obadiah and wait.
Either you correct this grave mistake, or you and your entire family will experience what pain truly feels like.
Now that's a threat.
See, my plan worked like a charm. Even better than expected.
Sure.
That's her. She's the one you want.
Kill them all.
Wait, we don't have the spice on us, but we know where it is.
Then you should have no problem retrieving it. Until you do, the child stays here.
You all don't realize who you're dealing with. If you don't lower your blasters, we're all gonna wish we were dead.
We can't leave Omega with them.
We don't have a choice, but we know where the spice is.
Go down there with a big ass flashlight. Just light the whole place up.
Yeah. Make it daylight.
Yeah.
So they're flying somewhere
I
to
think-
get down there.
Yeah, well, the opening that they saw.
But it doesn't make sense to leave the city to go back into the city in the tunnels. But now, don't ask about plot holes. Never. My bad.
Maybe it's just because the tunnels, they like go from inside the city, outside the city, and then into the city again.
Yeah, we'll run with that one.
That's what happens when you meddle in other people's business.
You're the one who took Sid's power from her.
You take what you want. That's the Durand way. It's a tactic my mother's perfected.
The name Durand, it does ring a bell, but like the only character that comes to mind with that name is Rio Durant, not with a T in the end and not a D.
Crates 3 and 4 are aboard. It's almost night. Those things are gonna wake up.
I am preparing for that possibility.
He's making a giant light bulb or something.
Seems like a good plan.
Yeah, something's gonna go wrong. It's too easy.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no. Yep, there they are. Oh, or maybe it's a
Incoming!
light bomb sort of thing? Big flashbang? Yep. Oh, damn. That was really bright.
Since the spice has been returned, the matter between us is resolved. But not with you.
Wow, okay.
Kill him, and you'll be starting a war with Easter Durand. Do you want that heat right now?
Oh, wait. Does this guy become Visago?
Are you okay?
It's a small price to pay.
Character from Rebels. It's just not the same voice actor. It doesn't really look like him, but it's the same species, and he also had one of his horns missing.
Why did you stick up for him after what he did?
I don't know. Ruby likes him. Maybe he's not all bad.
You have a good heart, Omega.
Yeah.
That's the end. All right. So not beginning a whole arc just yet. Just some more adventures with Sid.
Yeah.
And bringing in some crime syndicates, or the Pykes.
Yeah, that didn't exactly go as I expected.
No. It's a good thing that we didn't really, go too deep into guessing.
No,
like we sometimes do.
And miss.
And miss. Yeah.
But with this one, without guessing, we managed to sort of miss the target anyway.
Yeah, well, I did mention, with the title Infested with what? Insects, and then I mentioned some other things.
Yeah, you were close. Yeah.
But you could also apply it to Sid's place or Sid's bar. It got infested with Roland's goons and Roland himself.
Yeah. You can use it both there and in the caves as well. So
exactly. So,
it was a nice, smooth episode.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think what we are supposed to take away from this episode and take with us into future episodes is the crime syndicates, them showing up and them making it clear that you do not want to mess with the Pykes. And I think that is, both because the Pykes, they are very dangerous criminals, but from what we know and from like last time we saw the Pykes, which was at the end of the Clone Wars in the Ahsoka arc, the Pykes, they answered to someone else, that someone else being Maul, who kind of took control of many of these crime syndicates during the Clone Wars. And we know that he kept that going all the way up until Solo, at least, with being in charge of Crimson Dawn. So, yeah, I mentioned it already. Is that a way to bring in Maul once again into one of these animated series?
Could be, and he's still a good bad guy. So
oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I totally understand people who are like, I stop bringing back the dead because he got cut in half in the Phantom Menace. He should not have survived that, but they did bring him back, and they keep on using him. And I like it, and especially because of who's voicing him. I think Sam Witwer is just doing an amazing job voicing.
Yeah, and
Maul.
They brought him back more slowly than the way they brought the Emperor back. I mean, that was too rushed. But this bringing him back and giving him mechanical legs and giving him a crime syndicate and using him a little bit more, that's okay.
Yeah, definitely, and using him as a way to get into the whole underworld thing with the crime syndicates as well.
But I was annoyed by seeing him first off because he was cut in half. He died.
Exactly.
But after a while, it kind of you take to it and you enjoy the good bad guy.
Exactly. I think the way that they ended up using him, and especially spoilers for people who haven't seen Rebels, but the way that he ultimately ends up, dying in the arms of Obi-Wan Kenobi with that amazing duel that just had so much gravitas and history to it. I love that so much. So just for that scene alone, to me, it was worth it bringing him back. And then, as I said, and as you also said, he's just a pretty good bad guy. So that might be what they're setting up for the future there. And then with Roland Durand, he comes from another crime family led by his mother, Isa Durand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure if we've met her before, really had any interactions with that crime family. But the way that they cut off his horn at the end and kind of made a big deal out of it, I was like, is he gonna become Visago at some point? But just design wise, the character is not really the same, although it is the same species and it's not the same voice actor. So
something's off, but
yeah,
could go that way as well.
Yeah, maybe. We do know that Dave and everyone else who's working on these animated series, they like to connect things. And they are good at it. Sometimes people say that it does feel like the universe or the galaxy is shrinking a little bit with, just familiar faces popping up all the time. But it's a question of balance, and so far
I think he's doing okay. Yeah, I like that one. He's weaving things in together and eliminating plot holes here and there as well by doing it. So I enjoy the way that he's written these episodes and the way that we sort of get to know the galaxy a little bit better. There's a little new stuff here and there, and then linking in with some old stuff as well. That's a good way of doing it. And right now with the whole Bad Batch, I don't know where it's going. I mean, we still have Crosshair out there. I want to see some more talking. I don't know what happened to the clones. We need Fennec as well. And
exactly. I also want to see Hauser again, the clone that we got to know in the Rylov episodes, because I think he has an important role to play as well going forward.
And
although we got arrested, so
Cat Bane in there as well. So it's gonna be a heavy few last episodes if they're all gonna go in there.
Exactly. Yeah, we have 14, 15, 16 left.
Yeah.
So 3.
Yeah, and having to link up with the rebels as we expect, more or less somehow.
Yeah, at some point linking up with rebel cells, Rex again, Ahsoka most likely gonna bring her in at some point as well. So a lot can still happen, and I'm sure they're gonna set some things up. It's going to be really exciting towards the end, and then they're going to end it on maybe not a cliffhanger, but at least with a big character reveal or a big reveal of some sort that's going to lead us into the second season, and then we're going to take it from there. But I'm with you. I'm very curious about everything that has to do with phasing out the clone troopers, the Empire, Tarkin, Rampart, Crosshair. Do want to see more of that, but I also have a feeling that
small bits and pieces, but they're all adding up. And unless they're making episode 16 like 4 hours long, I don't really see how they're gonna connect it all. But
but there's gonna be more seasons. Definitely.
Normally they are quite good at connecting things and making it end in a high note, and us wanting for more. That's also what they are aiming at, more or less.
A lot of the time in the series.
They need to make money on this. Poor guys. So
oh, poor Disney. They don't have any money.
So they need to make some money, and they'll end on a high note, leaving us wanting for more.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
And that's okay, because it's Star Wars. I want more.
Definitely. And there were some other Star Wars references in here that we've heard about gun dogs before. They mentioned them beforehand. We know that Anakin and Obi-Wan had to deal with the mother of all gun dogs in a Clone Wars episode, and then of course the classic line from the original trilogy with "You look strong enough to pull the ears of a gun dog," which Han says to Luke. And just might as well just mention it, I guess, real quick, because I did get into it last time around with the whole Star Wars trivia competition. And in the first class league, I had a very big match going up against JC Reifenberg, the owner of Scum and Villainy Cantina in LA. It was a championship. It was for the belt.
It was a good match, and it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But
no, I really
was pretty close.
Yeah,
and it was a good match to watch. So if you can go over and watch it, it was so close. And Sonny's been beating up himself for missing a few questions along the way.
Yeah,
but it's always easier to sit behind the screen and get all the questions right. Once you're in the spotlight, it's a bit more difficult.
and you might miss some obvious questions, which I did. I made some mistakes, which cost me the match, and that's just what it is. I'll be back at some point and try to win that belt again, and I'm just going to continue studying.
As I've said before, if I need to know anything about Star Wars, I just ask Sonny because he can remember all that stuff.
Yeah,
so I use Sonny as my Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Or Wikipedia, yeah, more or less.
Yeah. So might forget some details here and there, but I think I have a pretty good grasp on like overall, with Star Wars
and I enjoy that you do, because from now on until next Friday, I will just be having this one marinate in my mind and come up with ideas on how the last 3 episodes gonna
play out,
and I'll be asking and bouncing those ideas off Sonny and probably miss again, but I have fun doing it. So
yes,
and it's in the Star Wars galaxy, so I enjoy that.
Exactly, it's a big part of it, theorizing and just talking about how everything fits together in the galaxy. But do you have anything else you want to add to this one?
No, I'm good.
Fair enough. Then that's going to do it for this reaction and review of Star Wars The Bad Batch, Season 1, Episode 13, Infested. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. May the Force be with you always.